every city basically was a star city. It had these stars around them, but they were all walled, but also cymatic shapes. These are the moats, we're told, right? Because we're all taught that castles and, were these square buildings with a moat. But when we can see them from above, there's these intricate cymatic patterns, and clearly you can see why we call them star forts, because they look like stars.
So here's one in Portugal, one of the star forts, the huge amount of terraforming around it. Amazingly, this one is still in pretty much pristine condition compared to the destruction of most of the ones you find today.
Piano notes. As you can see, these are all cymatic. A sharp, B, C, and they're all these cymatic shapes. These are cathedral windows, this line here. These are, rose windows, are all in cathedrals, and these are cymatic patterns, which are created through frequency, so either harmonics or intention. Down here we have, this is our DNA, so these are fractals or cymatic patterns of our DNA. This is what we get when it's good intention. We get these perfect, geometrical shapes, and when it's bad intention, we get this goo. So this is like a polluted river, and this is like a clean river. And so if we tie this back to the cathedrals that have got these windows, and they're connected to the ether with all these spires, and then what else do we have in cathedrals but these things called organs, right? And we have these things called organs in our body, and the DNA, cymatic is the same as some frequencies in these windows. So what this is all looking like is these are healing factories, or not even healing, wellness, I guess, just to keep people well. They're pumping out frequencies.
You can literally Google any city of the old world from the 1600s and back, and it will come up in these star fort shapes, and every single one is like Venice, and there's canals everywhere. Those were the highways of the time, but they were also so much more, with all of like this hidden technology, infrastructure, and buried history.
And you can see this one again, always these big cathedrals in the cities, but here's one of the stars, right, or batteries attached into the wall. And there's even another one of these more sort of irregular shaped ones out here, but they always have these stars attached, to these star cities. And again, the canals, and you can see this is a big island kind of thing as well. But the thing is with water's free energy. You float a boat, you use the current, right? The current.
How about the water wheels? What are water wheels? Water wheels are electrical power. Electricity just as much as it was the physical power and mechanical power that they used out of it. What's to say that windmills and water wheels weren't actually generating hydroelectric and wind power a few 500 years ago?
This is a drawing. This is New York City, right? Battery Park is because this is what was there, a battery. Battery.
We are live.
And
That's
we've
a
lost
short
Luke.
one. Luke
Tried to stay up, and we've lost him. He's given
at the
up.
top of the
force has
pyramid,
left Luke. Use the force, Luke. Use the force.
I'm ready. So.
All right. We got
It's history time.
History in review.
Welcome to the bed stream. Gee, it looks a bit like only cams there, Luke. I don't know, mate. I might have to do you for copyright.
But we're live on your channel, Campbell. How is that possible?
Right, this is what happens when you're Bernie.
Because I've still got a shirt on and I'm not in bed.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this was supposed to be live how many hours? 2 hours ago.
2 hours. Oh, dear.
Blame the man in the top left.
We had to put Luke to sleep while Campbell woke up, and now we're all here. It's a wonderful time.
God damn. How's everyone doing? You all right? Great. 1 sec. Let me get a beer. Right. I'm ready.
All right. As a classic UK man, he's got a drink in his hand and ready to go.
Not even out of bed, but he's got his beer. All right. Good to see.
Yeah.
You better believe it.
All right. Oh, welcome all the new Dutch Sensa subscribers. Glad to have you here.
Yes. Yes.
Great work
Thank
by
you for
Dutch.
joining us. We will do our best to entertain and inform you.
And Campbell, you just finished a stream going over Dutch's Florida discovery there.
That was 2 hours ago.
I did. I went and had a bit of a look.
Oh, Luke's cranky.
That was great that I had energy, Bernie.
Okay, well, let's
I wonder what he's done to the man. He has to drink beer to get his strength back.
No, dealing with Bernie is like when people meet Doctor Who after 30 years, and he's like, "Oh, you know, it's just yesterday I was with you," and they're like, "I'm 80."
Yesterday, I just saw you.
I remember your face, Bernie, when you said we'd do a stream together.
Das British Egyptian. Well, while we still have you awake.
Egyptian.
Right, yeah, you're going to have to at least full screen this. You see that little X at the top left of you, man?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. There.
Even Attenborough has me the way.
The alpha male has position.
Now it all makes sense.
In his bed with a beer can.
All right, so all
right, go, Bernie. Inform us.
And grabs the can of beer.
Right here, the A is these waterfalls, and Luke, you were talking about a new discovery you made about these waterfalls and how they've been covered up by a dam to hide the pyramids that are around.
Yeah, and if you want to hear more about that, you have to go to Ancient Historia. No,
go and subscribe.
What we're looking at is the cataracts of the Nile there, and in the background you can see some more pyramids just to the left of the waterfall, and to the right of the waterfall you can see a fort. Well, we can actually find that on the map. If you go to the south of the map, you'll find the cataracts and the fort there. Well, that translates to around about a place called Aswan today, which has a giant hydroelectric dam built there. Originally, it was a low dam built in 1902, which was upgraded to a high dam in the 1960s. And what that's done has created a lake at the top of the dam, which is, we're seeing two rivers now. All this area is becoming one lake called Lake Nasser. And it's obviously dried out the area beneath and completely rerouted the Nile. And it's possibly some of the reason why Lake Moeris or Moeris has dried out as well, which is something else we'll go into. But that there at the bottom, if you zoom right into there, you'll even see our fort. Zoom, keep going in, even further.
Oh, yeah. The star. Yeah.
Yeah, there's little fort down
in
there.
The red bit,
bottom left. It says Turkish. It says Turkish shanks or something. Go to your
Turkish
right.
Shanks.
Yeah, go to your right.
Turkish legs.
Or Shons.
We're looking at a city.
Yeah, we're looking at a city right now. We need to go to the river.
Have you got your license to drive, Bernie?
There you go. There it is. Right.
Oh, there we go.
So that is our Turkish.
I found it. Come on.
The pyramid in there. So those are those pyramids we were just looking at.
Yeah.
You see, so those
and
are
is that the waterfall?
That's the waterfall. Yep. Cataracts of the Nile.
Yep.
And that's the little fort that we just saw.
And I've always found it interesting, like cataracts. That you get cataracts in your eyes, right? And they make you go blind. Like, I don't know. I've always wondered why they were called cataracts. It sounds very strange to me. It's just a random thought.
I don't know. I mean,
look at all these stuff. There's a few of them.
Yeah, but if those pyramids anyway, those are those pyramids that we can see in the image, obviously to our left. Now that image pops up quite a bit, and I haven't sent it you yet, so I'll send it you now. I'll send you a link to this photo that I want to bring up. So give me 2 secs.
Look at all the trees.
Yeah, man,
or
Star
pyramids,
whole
one
way
or the
up.
other. It is.
True, yeah, but Starfort.
Now you put it in the
everywhere
private
in
chat.
cities, like, and just the way that that's the Nile, right? Look how curvy it is.
You got to think for the Nile.
It's not like that anymore, is it?
I'm going to say that says
Nile.
cannabis. I'm in denial that says cannabis and not cannalis.
Did you just say you were in denial?
I'm in denial, yeah. Well, I want to get in denial. I love denial. It's so sexy. Benefit. There's a city called Benefit.
That's where the socialists
live. That's where you go if you're on
the
top.
So this image.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is the image I just sent to you. You can see those pyramids, right? So those pyramids are if you can keep up the map as well, so that we can switch between the two. Because see, this is look at what we can see there, and then switch back to the map. Okay,
so switch back to
go back to the map and go back to the waterfall section. You know, just to the left, not the bottom.
Oh, right here. That's
go. Yeah. See that? See the Sphinx and see the head.
Sphinx.
Right. Look at the pyramid. Yeah. Look at that. Now go back to the picture.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying here.
Nice.
Now, if you look at the bottom of this picture, if you go right to the bottom, there is some English text for you to read, which you can read. If you'd like to do the honors, Bernie.
We're known 1,000 years before the birth of Christ. Each side of the largest pyramid is at the base, 682 feet. It rises in the height 624 feet, and the top is a square whose sides are each of them 16 foot long and yet built of stone.
5 stones. Of only 5 stones. Is that what that says?
5 stones.
So, yeah, of only 5 stones. That's 16 foot on each side. So that's 256 foot squared. 16 foot on each side. Only 5 stones. That's what that's saying. But 624 foot high. Which, if we look at the pyramids of Giza, the height of the pyramids of Giza are about 455 foot-ish, depending on what measurements you take, but it's around 450 feet. So this thing is supposedly almost 200 feet taller, and the base of the pyramids of Giza, or the biggest one, is 70 foot larger than this. It's about 750. So this pyramid is clearly being described a different pyramid. It's 200 foot taller and it's 70 foot on each side shorter. So we're looking at a much narrower pyramid. Now, if you go back to our map for a second.
Much
go
more
back to our
pointy.
map. Go up to scroll down a little bit, sorry, just to below where that thing is. There's some text there. Zoom in just a little bit to where it says Barbara Pyramid. See there?
Barbara Pyramidum.
Barbara Pyramidum, Ciliat, Miracula, Memphis. The barbarous pyramids, or to be more specific, really barbarian, as in Barbara.
The miraculous
the Barbara
of the barbarian pyramids in Memphis.
Wonders of Memphis. So this is saying that these pyramids silence the wonders of Memphis. The wonders of Memphis, Memphis is Giza, the wonders of Memphis are talking about the Giza pyramids. So this text is specifically stating that these pyramids, these Barbara pyramids, silence the wonders of Memphis, as in they are better than. Yes, they're better than the wonders of Memphis. That's what this text is literally saying. And then we've just seen that picture that describes one as being 624 foot tall and 680 foot. So it's already taller. So well, of course, if it's taller, then of course its silence is Giza because it's 200 foot taller.
Could silence mean something else? I mean, pyramids are square cones, right? That's how you focus frequency, sound, all this kind of stuff. Could that be a technical reference even?
Well, like aimed at each other, like just like shooting at each other.
Yeah. Well, like one got broken, so they had to build another one, or one was built by the baddies. So I don't know. The goodies built one that sent out a new frequency. I don't know.
Well, you can see here that the woman Sphinx, and then there's that man head facing out, but the Sphinx is looking in. Like and then, sure enough, in the picture here that you sent, also we have this face pointing out towards the river, and the female Sphinx with the big old knockers there looking in, and there's two.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and of course, the Sphinx has got wings. It's a griffin.
One sec. To finish off our mystery, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go to the book that I sent to Cambell in the links. It was the one just before this one. It's the Internet Archive. And you want to go to... switch it to the view where you can see loads of pages. It's the 4. That. And scroll down until you see the waterfall. It shouldn't be too far down, but you'll see that waterfall we've just been talking about.
Come here, waterfall. There we go.
Oh, yeah, I've got it.
Yeah,
brilliant. Right by
there's some pyramids. Now, at the bottom, we have some text. So if you go to the bottom...
Wow, look at that ruined city.
Yeah, so get to the bottom. You see here, at D, it says, go on the right side, so it's in French. Fuck the Germans. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Petit fort Turks. Small fort of the Turks, right? And you'll also see that C says diverses pyramiden, whatever it says, eagles excellis to Cairo. It basically says these pyramids equal the ones found in Cairo. So once again, it's telling you that these pyramids, the ones right next to the waterfall, equal the ones in Giza. So it's not saying they're bigger. It's not saying they're smaller. And there's the fort that we saw.
And that's the star fort that we saw before.
Yeah, so we go to our left. And now if you remember, like from the back of so look at these ones. Now go back to the map for a second. Oh yeah, don't ever touch that button.
What
you've learned a lesson today. Never touch that button. I've been working with this
so this is
for a few days now, and that thing, you never want to touch that. But yeah, go back to our map without touching that button, and look in the background where the waterfall is on the map. Yep, so go up a little bit where we can see the waterfall and zoom in.
And this is 1725, by the way, everyone who's watching.
Yeah, the book. I don't know if we're getting a bit of lag from Bernie, because or is it on my end because I'm not seeing it move? There we go.
You seem fine to me, but it might be a bit laggy.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing it now. Right, so you see on the left of the water, left of the waterfall, we've got that pyramid, and on the right we've got the fort. So that, and just in front of the pyramid is some ruins. Do you see that? Just in the bottom left of your screen, you got some tiny ruins in between the two pyramids. Yeah. So between B and the pyramid in the distance, you got ruins. Right. Go back to our book now that we were just on with our waterfall.
And don't click the button.
And don't click the button. And we'll see that these ruins are described at the bottom as being the ruins of Thebes. So modern day Thebes are.
Wow.
Click to different button. But yeah, so modern day Thebes are in Luxor. Sorry, Thebes, the ruins are in modern day Luxor. So that is Luxor, pyramids are behind it, the waterfall at Aswan, the Turkish fort that we've just found. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I found these pyramids.
Amazing.
There you go. Thank you very
And
much,
these pyramids
wise
must
English
be
sir.
underneath the dam now.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, these dams, man. So, is that whole area that we're looking at, is that now underwater? Like that fort and those ruins of Thebes, is that under the lake now?
That's almost completely dried up. It's the opposite. There is now a river at the top of that
so the lake's up on the...
Yeah. So we've got a lake.
So the lake's up at the top there. Yeah.
Lake Nasser at the top of that waterfall, and this area has been completely dried up. If you go to Google Earth, we'll actually be able to look at it.
And
so we can do that.
Do tell us, young Lucas.
Campbell, it's your time to take control. It's Google Earth.
Oh my God.
You'll just have to look up
pray
the
tell, did they dry it
dam.
out, Lucas?
What's up, sorry?
Why did they want the bottom bit? Why did they want the bottom bit dried out? I hear you have a theory.
There's multiple theories. I don't really know. Some people have suggested that it was so that they could get access to the pyramids, but personally, I think it's so that the area became arid and desolate, so that people would leave the area, because obviously if the river moves, you need to, and especially in an area like this, you need to be next to the water to survive, so the people themselves would fuck off. And also by doing that, you would also kill off all the plant life and release all the sand, meaning that the sand would move freely. So if you were to destroy stuff, then, like, for example, these ruins, they would be easily covered, because if you've got, roots and healthy land, then that stuff's going to stay. Whereas if you've got sand moving about, desolate, then it's going to get covered up and dusty. So I think it's kind of a way of basically turning this area into a no-go zone, so that archaeologists and locals and stuff aren't going to go there and find stuff. Because as you can see, look at this.
Yeah, we got him up. Okay, so Google Earth. So that's
your zone there. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, so this is the dam. This side. Wow. Okay, that's huge.
Oh
my gosh.
That's the lake.
So that's all the dam based.
Lake Nasser.
Yeah, so, Lake Nasser. Okay, Lake Nasser. Yeah.
Yep. Lake Nasser. And there's your dam.
And this is the dam.
Yeah, Dave, you hiding some pyramids under that.
Look to the left, the dam now. Somebody's pointed out, just if you go forward to the left, there should be the ruins of a fort somewhere just about there, which we think is that Turkish fort around here. And then on the right of the river is where we should start finding pyramids.
Oh, that. Is that it?
So anywhere on the right of that river should be where you're finding pyramids, and anywhere on the left is where you should find the remnants of a Turkish fort, which is that star fort that we saw.
Right. So
if anyone would like to watch this entire series, you can hear me talk about this for like fucking an hour and a half by going and subscribing to my channel.
Ancient Historia. So we will post the link.
Where was the fort? Do you remember?
Dead, but when I do,
don't know exactly. Down here somewhere. Some curious stuff around, but yeah, we'll have to have a look into that more. But I mean, it just shows you like the size of that dam. Right? You can imagine what they could have put underwater, right?
Oh well, yeah.
There would have just been a little river up here.
Well, yeah, up here is if you look at that map, there was loads of places that were around there. So that there will be some stuff underwater, but I think what's more important will be these pyramids, because somebody did send me some pictures that they found on Instagram from this location just outside the dam, and they do look like pyramids. Because at this point, if you take the tops off them and then give it a few years for weathering, because they would have literally shot these things with cannons, right? They would have,
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
They would have lined there, like the British Army, that kind of stuff, because, you've got to remember, Egypt was under control of the British Army. They would have gone there with their cannons and shot these things to absolute pieces. And then after that, let nature take its course. And they've dried up the area so people move, so there's no locals, so that they can do what they want. And they, and now it's all just ruins and mountains. It'll look like hills covered up. And then as well, you've got to think, if the stories are true about things like, you know, if you really get into the crazy stuff, like chambers beneath the pyramids that had mystical properties or whatever, ancient technology, then, well, everyone that's looking in Giza is looking in the wrong place, aren't they? Because all these pyramids are actually down here.
Yeah.
And I think that might be one of the most
right. Misdirection.
Points. Yeah, it is. It's misdirection. They've built the pyramids in Giza. So go over there and go, oh, look how beautiful they are. They're 12,000 years old. Yeah, and if anyone suggests that they're fake and that there might be something going on, you're an idiot. Oh, we've carbon dated these stones. They're 12,000 years old. It's like, so, well, couldn't they
carbon dating stones?
Yeah. Well, couldn't they have just moved them from over there? Well, exactly. Couldn't they have just moved the stones from different pyramids and built another pyramid? Couldn't these pyramids be made of the other stones of these pyramids? I mean, one person did comment, which I found really interesting. I wonder where they got the stone for the dam from, and I was like, "You smart motherfucker!" Like,
right.
Yeah, they probably just used all that stone to build the dam. Of course.
No doubt.
Yeah.
That's why there's no more pyramids.
They've blown up pyramids, and they've used all the remnants to build the dam. Easy.
Savages.
Yeah, well, you can see this is just all industrial stuff, isn't it?
1960s. The one that was there before was from 1902. So the one that was there before is a lot more. This one looks new. So obviously, if people point at this and go, "That's not made of pyramid," we're saying the old one will have been 1902. That will have definitely been made.
Yeah. Good point. This just looks like it's been completely just destroyed, this whole area. But there's all these lines. See these perfectly straight lines running everywhere?
Well, yeah, because, like I said, they want to desolate the area. So if you look at the reason for the dam, it's supposed to, bring oases to beautiful, to places in Egypt and give life. No, it's taken away the natural flow. Because, like I say, the people have to move, don't they?
Oh, look at all the life it's brought.
Look at all that desolate
look at the life.
Exactly.
Look at that life. It's wow.
That's what life they're creating for us. Thank you, gods of water.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Exactly. It's just
I mean, yeah,
it's hiding the past, right?
If there was literally
and so up here is Cairo.
Yeah, so Cairo's up there. So when you think
Giza.
And like I say, right, the pyramid that was listed as being 624 foot high, right? Do you really think that 4,000 years ago they could build that fucking thing, and 4,000 years later we can't even measure it properly? You know what I mean? Like, the guy's coming down, how tall was it? 624, I think. They're like, oh, Tim, you fucking moron. It don't make sense. Like, well, it's not that hard, is it, to measure something properly? In fact, you can use maths. You can apparently just look at something and use like Pythagoras and work out what it is. So how the hell could people not work out that this was 450 foot tall instead of 624 foot tall? That's such a big difference. It's ridiculous.
It's very ridiculous.
And then as well, the added to the base, like I said, the base on one of those was 680 foot, whereas the base on the pyramids of Giza is 750 foot. So, again, what did they accidentally miscount 70 foot on each side? How do they do that? You got to remember that apparently whoever it was, I can't think right now, was able to, in 800 BC, get people to walk from Egypt down to wherever to measure all this, and at 12 o'clock stick a stick in the sand and see where the shadows lie, and then walk 5 million paces to Egypt to do the same test. But you can't figure out how tall the pyramids are.
Aristosthenes.
Is that him? Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Well,
Aristosthenes,
yeah. So all you need is two sticks and a person that will walk for 10 miles, and you can figure out the curvature of the Earth. But somebody 100 years ago couldn't properly figure out how tall these pyramids were.
Yeah, I know, right?
So It's right by the
Ah,
dam where those
I've lost.
pyramids and that fort would be, hey?
I've lost the dam again.
It's right at the
Let's
start
find
of that
the
lake.
dam.
Right at the start of the lake.
Oh, I felt bad. Oh, I'm at the wrong end, am I? Ah.
You're at the wrong end, Campbell. There we go.
That's what she said.
Oh no, X-rated.
So you can see there's, I mean, look at the difference, right? This is Pyramids of Cairo, Giza, and this is the ones that were greater. Oh, and look what we have down here. What have I mapped here? Let's go and have a look. Star remnants. Oh, come on, let us go. Let's go. What have we got? What have we got? Come on. Oh, come on, Google. Okay, let's see if we can. How do you change the timeline? That one? No, that one.
The Mandela effect.
Don't give me
That is how
night.
you change the timeline.
Oh, is that? Did I hit nighttime? Did I hit the wrong one? Is that the one? That one.
The only person that can alter the timeline
Oh my God,
is
Google. God, they can shoot down a bloody Chinese spy balloon, but they can't show me Egypt. What's going on here? Look at this. What is going on? Bloody Tataloons, I tell you.
They're like,
oh
no.
My God, this is, oh my God, that's ridiculous.
No stuff.
Clearly, I could see it when I went in and marked this. Oh my God, that's shocking. Let's see.
Interesting.
No.
They don't want
to just unbelievable. Thanks, Google. I don't feel, censored at all. I'm like, look what's happening. I'm like, look at this. Everything's just lost it now.
Just glitching out.
That was. It is, man. It's like too much truth. It's the fact checkers are freaking. CIA is putting a hold.
No star fort.
And they're all star forts, by the way, everyone. Look at those star forts, eh? Look at them all.
Look at all them.
Quite a few. So there we go. Let's go back to.
All right.
Oh, Luke is there. Luke's shoulder.
We still got Luke, so, and then I'm gonna show this right here. We got some.
That picture's cool.
We should invite Canal that was on your stream earlier.
The ancient labyrinth that also hides underneath Egypt here, and it's at the Nawa pyramid, close to the Nawa Dam, and that's supposedly the largest underground labyrinth of the world in the ancient times. That this labyrinth was supposedly the crown jewel of all of Egypt. The pyramids were nothing compared to this underground 2-story labyrinth, they say, and that each story was like, in fact, 3 or 4 stories because it was built for giants, the rumors go.
And exactly. If you go back to that other picture, you can see underneath, it gets bigger, like the bottom, the buried level's like 4 times as big as the top level. And that's like in that picture that you showed, Luke, of Solomon's temple, where he just had those massive, massive foundations, or the temple that looked like they were the foundations for the new civilization.
So the Labyrinth of Egypt.
I was going to say,
today.
So one of the maps that we were on earlier actually had Labyrinth on it.
Really? We're going back to that baby before it's done. Yeah.
So what was? Do we know what? I mean, this was. We're told the Minotaur was running around in the labyrinth.
You want to talk about Scythia? Let me light my Scythia smoke, and I'll talk to you about Scythia. One sec.
All right, you give us some Scythia love.
So what do we think the labyrinth was? Do we think it was really just a puzzle with a bull-headed dude running around that you're supposed to try and solve, or do you think it's a circuit board?
No, the labyrinth is Crete, mate. That's Crete with the Minotaur.
The legend of this labyrinth
Minotaur,
was
mate. Minotaur.
The crocodile god.
The
Minotaur is
down.
The Minotaur.
The Minotaur is the one standing outside the pub going, "Let me in." I'm just a miner. Sorry.
That was good. And what is this? This looks like a real picture of. Like, that's a pretty giant.
Is that a cigar? Oh, no, it's one of them. That's a giant head. That's a big nose. It actually looks like a Roman nose, doesn't it? Roman across his face.
Oh, Roman.
So do we think that's a circuit board, or do we think that they built that as the grandest accomplishment ever so people could run around and try and find their way out?
Yeah, that's a pretty good point, Campbell. Pretty good point. This has got to be macro tech. Oh,
it just doesn't make sense that they would. Why would you build a labyrinth? There's the Minotaur. I'll be accepting. Is it, or is that a cynocephaline? You had the
Wait, let me see it. Where's the Minotaur?
It was definitely an Egyptian Minotaur.
Bullshit.
Oh, cymatics.
The Birdman down.
Prove me right, Bernie.
Oh, we got a Minotaur.
Oh. Got a Minotaur in a skirt. Oh my god.
The legend of that.
A rainbow community got to win.
Of Crete is where the Minotaur was in the labyrinth. So
yes,
it is true. It is true. But do we have? I haven't looked into it. Is there proof? Is there proof that the labyrinth was in Crete, or is that just more misdirection?
There was another labyrinth.
It comes up in that book that I sent you that we were just reading from with the waterfalls.
Oh, does it? That it's in Crete or that it's in Egypt?
Hey, look, we got a Tartarian with the long neck and the bird face.
A long neck?
Maybe it was
that's
Thoth.
the Tartarian horse-headed monster.
Is Thoth a Tartarian?
Yeah. Don't know.
No, he's called the Sham.
All right, so that.
All I know is that I want to hear Mike Tyson say Toth.
Now, Keith.
You're
Tough.
funny.
I got
Keith.
Of course, I would never say this if I was in the same country. I love you, Mike. I love you. You're awesome. Please don't hit me.
Cam, did you see my Jeremy Clarkson at the end of the last video, the Top Gear?
No.
Oh, you missed that.
What was it? Was it you? Like doing a Jeremy Clarkson?
I did a Jeremy Clarkson impression and then did a Top Gear outro. It's beautiful. I'm hoping I don't get copyright strikes, but it'll be worth
cool.
I just had to do it.
Well, that Jeremy's pretty vicious. I can see that you've still got the hairstyle going. That's good to know you're staying in character.
And what are these circles on top?
You look like a 70s rock star, man.
Thank you.
We should turn this into an interview, right? A rock interview, man. So tell me, how is the band going there, Luke? What's the band called again?
That's the new song.
You've changed the music scape with your new punk sound. How did you come up with it, Luke? How do you thrash that axe so well?
You know what? To be fair, I have actually been wanting someone to help me cover Love Shack, but singing Star Thoughts instead.
Baby, Love Shack.
Love
yeah, thank you. Every time I do Star
what about Rome?
Stuck in my head. So next time you watch me do Star Thoughts, just imagine me all the time. Star Thoughts, baby, Star Thoughts, all the time.
I like it. Star Thoughts, baby, Star Thoughts.
What about a bit of David Bowie? There's a star fort waiting on the maps. It wants to make you find it, but you just can't.
Didn't someone see one on the moon? So there is a star fort on the moon.
That's because there's a map of the world on the moon. There's lots of star forts up there.
Oh no, come on! I prefer the idea that somebody was on the moon and was like the fuck star for.
Yeah, that's a pretty good thought. But how did they get there? Like they only had like the computing power of your computer. They only had a potato with 2 like hard drives plugged into it to get there.
Oh,
how did they do it?
Us. Why would it have to be us? It could be the older people. Like, have you ever heard those stories of the Aborigines? In fact,
yeah, right.
They talk of a time before the moon, and they say that menstruation didn't happen before that.
They do.
Yeah,
really?
So like the moon turned up. Before that, they
my
didn't
goodness,
menstruate. And apparently they had like good relations with the people, but then those people started like abducting them, and that's when it like went downhill. And the moon turned up around this time.
Started abducting them.
So Luke's saying that there's going to be women
on that one,
that blow up the moon to get rid of menstruation.
Well, no, I think the idea being
isn't there a movie about that? Isn't there a movie called Lesbian Something on the Moon? I'm sure
have you ever heard like the
micro things out there, boo?
Like, you know, the idea that the sun like spurts off some shit every so often, and like the idea is that the moon is end up, but it's supposed to be tidally locked with the Earth so that it'll block some of this shit. I don't believe this. This is just some stuff that you'll hear on like Ancient Aliens, but it's just one of the theories.
Was it Ancient Aliens though?
I mean, I love Star Wars, man. I love Star Wars. I want Ancient Aliens to be real. I'd love Darth Vader to be real.
Well, I mean, read the Vedas.
Really wants a father.
Well, when you think about it, Anakin.
Yeah, I know, right? Luke just wants a story to belong in.
Yeah, I just want the moon to be my Death Star. That's all I want, right? Okay, let me have this. Before my Death
and you know what
Star,
that means, guys? He wants to blow us up. He thinks we're Tatooine. Don't give him the moon. I don't trust him. Give it to Elon. No, don't do that either. Oh, my God.
Actually, no, we're starting that here. I want the moon.
Oh.
Let's start.
That's a good point. You know, just to throw a spanner in your theory there, it's clear that men can menstruate now. So, you know, what does that say about the moon and women?
Who told you about my menstruation?
I've seen the article. I've seen men chest feeding.
Who told you about my chest feeding?
I've even seen
feeding
women who have penises. So there you go.
And that is how Cambell.
Wow, where's that? Is that Nubia? Are we looking at the Nubian pyramids?
Yes, we are. This is
it's interesting to see the 3 in the background.
Right? Doesn't that look like a mask?
And those 3 in the background, clearly. Oh wow!
That looks like a massive.
But see the little crushed ones?
Yeah.
Go back to the left. So yeah, see those little piles? They were clearly used to be pyramids. So that's what they could be reduced to, all these things that we're looking for, you know, like shows you right there that they can just destroy them and we just get left with these little mounds, a bit of sand, and, you know, no one finds them for another 5,000 years.
Good point.
It's a cover-up, man.
Oh, dear.
So why the cover-up? What are they hiding? Why do they want us to know?
We've been talking about pyramids.
Sorry, Luke.
Sorry.
No.
I'm tired. Sorry. I'm tired. Yeah, no, they're hiding the pyramids, Cambell. That's what they're hiding. Hiding the pyramids.
They're hiding them all.
Why? Because they're tech? Because they're from an old world that they don't want us to know about?
Even on that picture, if you go back, by the way, go back. To that
you can see they've been fixed.
Well, yeah, they've reconstructed. In fact, I'll send you another picture.
These ones.
Discord. Let me send you this one. You'll enjoy this one.
Hello, Dirk. Welcome.
Dirk, Mama Jihad.
Oh dear. Team America. I guess we can make fun of America because we're just living all under the empire. Oops.
Ugh.
What's a derrick?
I'm such a mess. Right, I've sent you a
Apart from
picture.
a dude from England.
A sexy
No,
little
Is that like
derrick
a?
pumps oil. It's what pumps it.
Is it like a
Cambell.
tower,
Pump-
one of those
pump
metal
it
sort
up.
of tower things?
Yeah, essentially, he goes biddy, biddy,
Alright.
biddy, biddy. All right, what did Lucas send us to open up now? Ooh.
Don't open that.
Oh,
Just
stop.
in case you didn't know, apparently Elvis was a chest feeder. So there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that guy was just describing me.
Ain't
Elvis.
nothing but a chest feeder,
Well,
feeding all the time.
There you go. Right. So, hey, just before we look at the bottom, which we can talk loads about, scroll up a sec and just have a look at those pyramids.
They
Have a
look
look at the-
Nubian to me.
Yeah, exactly. Look, now go back to your Nubian pyramids if you've still got it open and just show people that one on the left, the far left compared to the Nubian pyramid. Because that...
What?
Yeah, because you can see the corner bricks on those.
The corner bricks really give it away.
The corner bricks, yeah.
Good call.
That will look fucking awful at this angle. All right.
Yeah.
Which is a different kind of construction.
Completely.
Different kind of construction than we see at Giza.
Yep.
It's almost like a frame that's been filled in, isn't it?
So those are your
But yeah, the
Nubians.
same. So I wonder if you know, from that old picture with all the smaller, skinny ones, and some of those look like they're almost obelisks. I wonder
And
if
look
there's
at all
ruins
the
of those.
writings
Like,
on
if they're
them.
the same pyramids. I know they're covered in glyphs, aren't they? And hieroglyphs and stuff.
Look at the people
So,
on
and
top.
this is the thing. Why would you
these
cover something in
Nubian ones.
hieroglyphs?
Look
You know,
at that.
it
The
doesn't
people
make
climbing
sense
to
that you
the
would
top of
build-
this one.
Yeah.
Look at how tiny they are.
There-
and that's
there's
a
always-
Nubian style one.
Yeah, okay. So clearly that's a lot bigger than what we've been looking at, or the people are a lot smaller.
Yeah. Big time. So
It
these
could be
are the
the
ones that are
the
buried at the river.
it could be the Fakawi tribe. They're pretty small. Have you heard about the Fakawi tribe? They're like really short, and they live in the grasslands of Africa, and they run around all the time going, "We're the Fakawi, we're the Fakawi."
Where the Fakari?
For fuck's sake.
That's funny.
I feel bad laughing at that.
I know, it's so racist.
I do.
I think I just
I
offended
don't.
myself.
Okay, yeah, there's another
You
picture.
don't. I don't. Short people. Oh gosh, we don't have Sherry, do we, in the chat? Sorry,
No,
Sherry.
This one doesn't let me zoom in.
Got a sphinx for this one. And then, oh, you know what? That'll be cool as well. I've got so many pictures. Let me get you the pictures.
It's all about the pictures.
I've also lost those pictures. I've done with them.
Ooh, and here we got what looks like the entrance to an underground labyrinth.
Well, if you go back to that last image, you can actually see a giant coffin under there. If you look at the size of one of the coffins compared to the other coffin, it's like fucking monstrous. Now, one sec, I'll send you these.
This one right here. Kaboomy.
Ah, there. Okay, nice. Look at that compass. I wonder if that's facing the right way. And how come it's north, south, and O and O? Or is that an N at the top or an A? Maybe it's an A. Gosh.
Who
Looks
knows?
like a compass. Compass, come past us.
There's another one.
There we go. Oh, look at this. Look what we got here.
Ah, yeah, these are cool, these pictures.
So, right, these ones, if you look at the top, right, just quickly scroll to the top so people can see the name of it, right at the top. So you see this Fayum, environs is the environment around Fayum. So this, if we could quickly switch to one of these maps, you still have them open, or if not, it's all right. But if you switch to one of these maps, go up to the river Maurydus, the lake, sorry, Lake Maurydus. It's just a bit north. It's got a little island in the middle. Oh, Campbell's gone.
I see it in the middle.
Yeah, so in he's back.
Campbell
So
can't hide.
zoom in just to near that island, and what we'll do is we'll come back to this island in a second on a different map. But if you zoom in just close to that island, and on the right there's a fort, a bastion fort with pyramids. So zoom right into that.
For Eon.
Yep. See that? And we got pyramids. So now jump back to your image.
We do.
Jump back to your image, and you can see we're at. So we were at Fium.
Which
and
image?
The image you were just on with the pyramids.
This bad boy?
Yep, which is Fium. See it? Fium to Fium. So these are the pyramids at Fium.
Bam. Good call.
You're welcome, my child.
Ah, yes. Look, you are my father. Oh, no.
Timey-wimey, diddly-widdly. But, as you can see, we got some hidden pyramids here in Fium. Now, that lake that we just saw, it is a lot smaller today. And any guesses why it might be smaller? A dam. But if we go back to that book that we were on earlier, if you still got that, if you go to that book, we can actually find something from this lake. In fact, actually, before we go to the book, go to the other map that I sent you, because I sent you 2 links to the maps, and there's another one. So we need to go to that one. Go to the lake we were just on, and in the middle of the island, we can see those 2 tall pyramid things.
Right there.
Yeah, it's taking a sec for me to see it, but yep, that's it. So you can see those 2 giant things, and underneath it says Sepulchrum Maurydus Regis, which is obviously the tombs of King Maurydus or Moeris. So the lake is named after him, and those are the tombs of him and his wife, right? And if you notice right, if you scroll just a little bit to the right, you see the pyramids of Giza. Zoom right in on them, just below Memphis. You can see how tiny they're displayed as being. See on the Nile? Yeah, as opposed to these things.
Look at them.
Yeah, almost like they're not important, right? And bearing in mind, the official history is that the biggest temple is for the best king, you know? Right, so look at that on those islands. So now we're going to go and look at what they apparently looked like in that book. So if you go back to that book and go on the view,
the size of this lake.
Well, yeah, that again, yeah. So basically, what we're
Babylon is here.
Well, yeah, Babylon Fortress, which is another wormhole to go down. But for now, if you just go to the book and
where's the Scythians? Let's find us some Scythians.
Wait, no, before we click the Scythians, just show the pictures of what this looked like, because this is impressive. Go back to that book and go on the view so that you can see multiple images, and look for 2 pyramids that are very tall. They should be around here somewhere. It might be up a bit. It's 2 next to each other. Yep, there you go. Yep, that's it. That's the place that we're talking about.
Look at that, eh? Wow.
So that is
look at them.
Yeah, 2s of King Maurydus and his wife.
They don't let us see any of this no more. They hit it all or destroyed it all or what?
That's been destroyed, and that lake's been essentially half drained. It's tiny now. Just getting another drink.
Redonkulous. As am I. So we're going to do a short little interruption.
That's fine. I'll keep everyone busy in bed.
Okay, but until then.
Tall. They were known for being extremely tall. And now get this. The Galatian people had moved down to Turkey in somewhere pre-Rome time. So this is a standard time frame, right? But pre-Rome time, the Galatians came from Ireland and settled down in the Turkey area. And the red hair thing and the tall people, and they said they were seafaring. This is now in the legend, and that they also spread out other places, which then, of course, fits with every other continent around the world.
So Turkey, this is weird because Turkey is just above Assyria, right? So if you take Assyria, which is the old name for Britain, was called Albany or Albion at one point. So that name comes from, in 1650 BC, an Assyrian king decided to fucking leave Assyria and go sail somewhere else, and he went to Britain, which is why they named the place after him. But if you go into mythology, Albion was actually a giant whose corpse is Britain itself. Like, he died and we're living on his back, right? So you take the two things into, with a pinch of salt, and you mix them together. Perhaps, like you say, if Turkey was covered by these ginger giants, perhaps Assyria was also, and perhaps he's the person that's gone over to Britain to create this race of giants. Again, if you look at Gog Magog, who is the apparent last giant to be killed in Britain by Brutus when he arrived there, Welsh folklore will show you that Britain was previously inhabited by giants. Well, you'll see that he's depicted as a ginger, tall-haired Pictish man, Picts resembling Tartarians, but he's a giant ginger man who is killed before humans can move into Britain. So don't you think that connection between Turkey apparently being inhabited by tall ginger people, then Assyria, just below Asia Minor, which was Turkey at the time, apparently has Albion, who comes over with giants, and then Gog Magog, one of his descendants, is killed, and he's a tall ginger giant.
We cannot overlook that. You're on to something huge here, guys. This is all live, just so you know this.
Wow, was that with Dutch, was it?
Yes, sir. And we will be having another talk with Dutch very soon.
I hope so. I feel very left out. I'm Dutchified.
I promise.
I have not spoken. See, I had to go and make a video and tag him in it just so he notices me. God, I don't know. You get 75,000 K subs and no one cares. No one knows you're alive. You just want these people with 9,000 and 5. I put in the time. I get disrespected, man.
Did Bernie ban you?
What?
Yeah, man. He burned me. He burned me and banned me.
I did no such thing.
Burned. Right. Okay. Well, I had to open another beer.
I was sitting in the red room for like hours, man, going, "Let me in, let me in."
That is a lie, because we were live on your account on your channel, and you were nowhere to be found. So,
but yeah, you missed the revelation.
Well, that's actually the point. Is you streamed at like 3 a.m, dude.
I guess
CJDB loves me. That's all I care about.
Oh, hey, go up a sec, because you just went past a huge. So you see that head?
Yeah, the head again.
Yeah. So that thing, if you go, if you remember the page that we were on earlier, that was the very similar. Or in fact, did we even look at that one? So the picture that I sent you, the colored one with the dimensions of the pyramid on it, there's a black and white version of that exact same picture in this book, because that picture is copied. So that picture is actually in this this book. You can find that same picture, but it's reversed. The pyramids are on the left and the sphinx are on the right, which I think they've done on purpose to throw you off.
They inversed it.
Yeah, they have. They've inversed this picture because if you go to the book, you can find this exact picture, and it has descriptions with it and stuff. It's earlier on in the book.
Look at these pyramids that have these.
Oh yeah. This one's supposed to be near Thebes. So this is in the same area as those ones we're talking about.
So clearly they've destroyed and they're hiding a lot of pyramids throughout.
Yeah, they've hidden the real ones. This is exactly what I've been saying in my videos. They've hidden the real ones, and they've just given you the fake ones.
Yeah, that seems to be undeniable in this book. Like they're everywhere. Oh, and there's the
Labyrinth to Crete.
Oh, that's the Crete one though, not the Egyptian Nawar one.
No, but like I say, if you just go earlier in the book, I want to say page 32. Page 32 will give you the one we're looking for.
This one.
Start counting, Bernie. Oh
no,
32.
Wow, look at that.
That's 29.
That's very cool.
That's spectacular Babylon. But this is the one. Look, this is our image. Look now, if you look at the one with the colored image, look, it's the same image. City in the background, but on the right.
Yeah.
It's the same image, but if you go to the colored one now, and you'll realize it's the exact same image, just changed a little bit. It's been copied from that book. So this book came first. This one was 1725. And the picture, the British one, that one is 1750. So whoever's made that picture has copied it from this book.
And they inversed it just to throw us
all
off.
Yeah. Exactly, to try and throw you off.
That head.
The head.
That head is not Egyptian.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Not Egyptian. It's got like it's Phoenician.
This is why I bring your attention to this. Go back to the book and go down to the bottom. You'll see some descriptions in French. As we found.
You're demanding. Just kidding.
Sorry, baby. I thought you liked it when I researched like this, but
makes for a better time for all.
Right, just go. So down here we can see it says D, which D is for above our tiny head, and E. So E says the Sphinx in all its glory or its original form. Right, so that is all its glory, but notice how it's different from the one behind it. It's got the wings added on it, so it's a different Sphinx. So whilst it is saying the Sphinx in all its glory, this is throwing you off, because notice D, the above it, is written for the head. So you can see there's a little D written next to the head, and now that says the rest of the colossal Sphinx, implying that this is like the remains of the Sphinx. But you can clearly see that head looks nothing like. It's a short head, which this is why I brought your attention to this, because on the last picture, we saw another one of those heads just behind that huge pyramid. It wasn't the huge pyramid. It was the monument that was found at Heliopolis. So that would mean another Sphinx at Heliopolis, but it's the same type of head. So it's ridiculous to say that this is a Sphinx, because this head's popping up everywhere in different cities. So this is we presume Luxor near Thebes or something around that area, and we found another one in Heliopolis. So
what does Sphinx mean? I mean, it's got the PH. It's got the Phoenician PH in it, hasn't it? Like, where does the word Sphinx come from, I wonder? Like, what it... Because that clearly looks like... It just looks like... From sphincter. Oh,
yeah, because it's all bullshit.
Not very nice. Don't walk behind the Sphinx.
Exactly, because it's just... Oh, he touched the button. Never touch the buttons.
Don't touch the button. Wow, vases.
But yeah. So like, if you can go back to around page.
How many of these massive? How many of those massive oversized statues do we see in the old world?
On my own channel, so you can't be doing this to me. giving away all my content here. See that one there? Yeah, that's the one.
I know, right?
Oh, past this one. Just a little bit. It's the one with the tiny head in the background that we were on before. Because I just that one there. See in the middle? No, 2 more. Keep going. That one there. Down. Two down.
The one with the big.
There.
Across.
There you go. There and there is your head. Look. Like zoom in on that head. Zoom
what
in.
What is going on with that lion's head, by the way?
Is that an Egyptian face with its pharaoh stuff and all that, or is that just normal face? Because this is the point. They've purposely made stuff look pharaonic. That's what the term is, to look like it's from the pharaohs. They've purposely changed stuff to make it more Egyptian or ancient Egyptian, because that is evidently short hair.
Isn't it ironic?
For fuck's sake.
Why is that lion wearing a hoodie? It's really getting to me. Why is that lion wearing a hoodie? Or is that supposed to be its ears, you reckon?
Why is that goblin using an iPhone? But I think
that definitely it looks like Caesar that head, doesn't it?
Well, just remember though that when it told us a second that head was supposed to be the remains of the colossal sphinx, then that would mean that head we just saw in Heliopolis is the remains of a colossal sphinx. So that means there's 2 of them. So either way they want to spin it, they're shooting themselves in the foot, exposing
colossal
something.
Sphinx, colossus at Rhodes, giant statues. Does it just mean? That's the thing, like language and spells, right? What does Sphinx even mean? Like, was it just a statue, and now they've got us thinking that it's a statue of a lion that's sitting down? I don't know.
Well, do you want to see something if you want to see something quite fun, just to know how much they're taking the piss out of us, when I was looking into this, I thought, well, I'll Google the Luxor Sphinx. So, Bernie, would you be able to just do as a Google on images, Google images, and put Luxor Sphinx and pyramid? Or, I mean, Luxor Sphinx will probably do it. See what comes up.
All right.
I'll give you a clue, it's the gambling one.
Right, Napoleon built.
So
I haven't heard that one. I know Napoleon.
The Luxor Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas.
Oh. Luxor, okay.
And Luxor is exactly where the location of Thebes is, where we were just seeing these pyramids and the Sphinx. And guess what? In Las Vegas, there's a hotel called the Luxor Hotel and Casino that have a black pyramid with a Sphinx. And it's just like whoever made that casino was trying to laugh at us. Like, you know the truth. We know the truth.
Well, then this is, the whole, America is Egypt narrative as well. And I mean, Las Vegas nerve. I don't know. Like, what do all these names even mean?
It's sometimes seen as the city of sin, the city of the devil. It's almost like he's trying to say, I know the truth. Like, because what are the chances? What are the chances that I've just done all this research to find out that these pyramids were probably actually more likely in Luxor and not Giza, and that they were huge and that there was extra sphinxes and all this shit, and then there's a fucking hotel and casino called the Luxor Hotel and Casino with our giant sphinx and our pyramid. Do you love it?
Yeah.
It's like they're laughing. It's like they know.
It's a good point. Why isn't it called? Yeah. Why isn't it called the Giza Hotel?
Yeah. But it's the Luxor Hotel and Casino with their Sphinx and their pyramid. As if to say, look what we got.
You cannot see us. Yeah, right. Bizarre. I mean, that makes the pyramid look like a building, doesn't it? So were they buildings, maybe, and the ones that we're shown are just cheap knockups.
Well,
Basically,
yeah,
but I mean,
what I'm starting to think. I think that they've taken all the stones from the pyramids that, because if you look at the maps, it does look like the ones at Giza were much closer to the Nile anyway. So what I think's happened is they've taken a load of pyramids from around Giza and Saqqara, which is on the other side of the Nile. They've moved them a few kilometers to the west, and they've made the locals build them into a load of pyramids around there and reassemble them. And then that's become the tourist attraction. Because that wouldn't be too much work. They've moved the ones near Cairo, and then they've destroyed the rest. This is this is the Colossus.
I mean, what's that temple? Is it? What is it? The Colossus of what?
Of Mount Athos. This is the Colossus of Mount Athos. It was a plan, supposedly a plan to be built by Dinocrates, who was the architect of Alexandria, and he was supposedly the architect of Alexander the Great. Which is why I find this hilarious, because imagine if he did build Alexandria, you know, one day Alexander comes in and finds him scribbling on the walls, like, I'm going to turn a mountain into a statue of you, and it's going to hold a city, and he's going to be pouring water, and you'd be there going, should we kill Dinocrates? I think he might have gone a bit nuts.
He's lost his mind. We're going to put the city in your lap.
That's what it is. He wanted to turn this whole mountain into a statue of Alexander the Great, in one hand holding a city, and in the other hand pouring a river from a pitcher. Obviously, this is a bit different, but he was supposed to be pouring the river from a pitcher into the sea. So that's what that is.
So, but I mean, it also begs a question: is why would anyone even, you know, consider this as more than just a fantasy picture if they didn't have the tech to at least try and accomplish it?
Well, yeah, that's kind of
you know, if you got picks and shovels, you know.
Well, that's the point I was trying to make with my lunacy joke, is that, like, yeah, even if he's a great architect, if the guy started saying, I'm going to turn a mountain into a statue and build a city, you'd be thinking he's a dickhead, he's a nutcase, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Do you know what I mean? So
exactly
the thought process of it even entertaining it is nuts, isn't it? Like, oh, Dinocrates. I know Dinocrates likes to claim he's going to build a lot of stupid stuff, but he's a good guy.
But he was there.
Maybe he was.
But this is the thing, like that. What's that?
And he was just going, "I'm gonna build a statue of Alexander, and it'll be on the mountain with a city in his hand." And they're like, "Yeah, okay, Dinocrates, all right, mate."
You pouring water from the pit.
It's
like there's a guy in America who's been carving that Indian, you know, riding the horse on a mountain for like 30 or 40 years, and it's not finished. And it's nowhere near as big as that thing. So it's like, yeah, who would even entertain that? It's like us walking out and going, look at that mountain. I think I'm going to carve it into a turtle.
Yeah, well, we're sat here laughing, and has anyone ever heard of Mount Rushmore? You know?
Yeah, exactly right. But
so, you know, it's all fun and games until you imprint your own president's faces into a cliff and go, oh, okay, fair enough. We understand, actually. Maybe Dinocrates had a point. You know,
yeah, but I mean,
four presidents to the face of a mountain. You're all going to love me for it.
Yeah. Someone stole his idea, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's even questions about those faces. Wow, is that buildings in the... What does it say? What does it say under A? Or is that just...
A is the cataract
description for A, Bernie?
Yeah, it just says the cataracts.
Oh, the cataracts, okay.
Yeah.
Because they kind of do look like windows.
Oh, wait, actually, what does that say under A? I might have to translate that. I don't know. It might have said something else. Yeah, no, I'll have to translate that one.
There's questions about Rushmore. There's even supposed to be like a room in the back of one of the president's heads.
It says something about the retire conde des grottes, which is houses. One sec. I'll have to do that. My phone's over there, so I'll do it another time. But I'll get back to you with the translation for that one, unless anyone that speaks French wants to tell us. Because although I'm good at translating, I'm actually monolingual. Bit of an idiot.
Oh God, you're just French enough to impress the chicks, aren't you?
No, yeah.
Oh, yes. Fiat. I tower croissant. Comment allez-vous? Paris.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
Yeah, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
I see you also like a lady marmalade.
I too can impress the ladies with my French accent.
No, much better with a Spanish accent.
Spanish. Oh, Spanish.
You just have to do a Puss in Boots. Pray for mercy, bro.
In the last one, is it good? Apparently, there's a new
There
one.
we go.
You know what?
Have you been talking?
Amazing. A friend forced me to watch it, and it turns out it's really good.
What's really good?
The most recent one, yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any of them. Puss in Boots. But my
I've never
kids
seen
love the
any.
originals. They're like writing for movies, and they're like, they're so good. They're amazing. I'm like, it's a
You've seen
cartoon.
Shrek,
But
though.
apparently, it's good.
Shrek is an all-star in
I've seen the first one years ago.
You never saw the second one?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I'm not a big movie person.
Well,
So
that's
no.
fair. Luke, do you want to quickly again tell Campbell about these two pyramids that are in the middle of the lake that are much taller and grander than the Giza ones?
well, I'm actually rolling right now, so no, I wouldn't like to, Bernie, but thank you for offering.
No, but thanks for the suggestion. Is that what island is that? Is that
so these are the tombs of King Midas. Go on, sorry.
What island? Do you know what the name of the island is? It's not Elephantine Island.
No. This island is in the middle of Lake Midas, and it's got two tombs for King Midas and his wife, and a temple in the middle. So you can probably guess which is the temple. But yeah, these things, if you go, we were on a map earlier, and these things show as being bigger than the Giza pyramids, which is evident when you look at them. But nowadays, this lake is dried up. I mean, it's probably nothing to do with the fact they keep putting dams everywhere. Ignore, don't ask questions about that. But these things, as you can see, are shown as being massive, and the pyramids at Giza are actually shown as being tiny in comparison. And when you see this picture, you can understand why. So you see underneath it says Sepulchrum Midas Regis, which is tomb of King Midas. So yeah,
tomb of the king.
Tomb of King Midas and his wife. So those were two huge pyramids. So when we were looking at Fayum, those pyramids, which I think is about the time you disconnected, those pyramids are found around this region that has been dried up of the area and stuff. So some of those ones we were looking at could possibly be related to this. We're not exactly sure because obviously we don't have locations, and I think we'd have to get on site, boots on the ground to really work this out.
Yeah.
But size of these lakes too.
Yeah, that lake nowadays.
That like this is now in desert. There were massive back in the
Getting into a robot
here, the cyanide, the Red Sea.
Robot Bernie.
And then the size of this lake, like almost same like width. Have I turned into a robot?
Yeah,
you have turned into a robot. Either that or Stephen Hawking.
Am I breaking up?
Go Stephen Hawking. He's smarter.
No, don't break up with us, Bernie.
I don't know how to welcome Danico.
Exterminate.
I am lagging.
Exterminate.
You're lagging.
So
Yeah, no,
I was trying to say that the lakes here are essentially the same size as the Red Sea on the right. They're the Sinai Peninsula to the right, and then you got the canal. Ooh, the canal.
So they're big. So it was a lot.
Look, it's still
So
here.
why did it go green? Have you seen
this?
Have you seen this picture from the pyramids? I think it's
That looks
from
like
somewhere.
it's connected. Look at this. You got all the way up to the right.
See that? Atomic bomb? What do you reckon? Is that what
He was
dropping dried up the desert?
Hey, Campbell, do you reckon you could ask your people to buy me a computer now we've got them live?
To buy, oh yes,
No,
everyone chip in and buy a computer.
Buy you a new one.
Campbell will take you on a nice evening candlelit dinner on a canal boat if you buy me a computer. So if you want a canal boat evening lit candle dinner with Campbell, you just have to buy me a computer. That's all it costs.
There you go. And the way YouTube's going, it may just be a canoe and me holding a candle and you rowing. But there you go. That's a very low contrast picture. You can't see my abs properly in that low contrast picture, Bernie. I think we need to get you a HD version.
Yes, I guess I also.
I mean, those abs. I spent years.
And Campbell
doesn't. At the gym getting those.
Campbell doesn't forget leg day either, so we need to get those quads in there.
Exactly. Love leg day. Pump it out. Rah, Rasputin.
And then we were mentioning that these Nubian style pyramids that seem to be the larger ones as well in the drawings of Luke's books there, that they're at these steeper angles and that it's the same steeper angle that the Russian pyramid experiments have done and found to be more bountiful when growing plants on. Very strange.
Really?
It's because they're trying to throw you
interesting.
off. This is what has been built to throw you off. Oh yeah, some other pyramids you can look up is I'll try and find. I can't remember where I got them, but there's the Nuri pyramids, and then there's also the Monroe pyramids. You can get some old photos of. I'll see if I can find them for you.
Why not? We're doing pyramids. Let's pyramid it up.
I mean, look at the remake. They've just gone in and rebuilt these and not even done it well. They just like bloody
right. And like, what's the top of the little knob?
Stupid. Yeah, just right. I mean, it makes them look like kilns, doesn't it?
Knob it up.
Maybe they were crematoriums. Who knows? Because those ones with the doors, and of course those doors, very reminiscent of the H blocks that we see at Punku.
I was thinking the exact same thing before we went live, Campbell. I'm glad you brought that up. They do look surprisingly like it. The heck is that?
Should we do the? Should we jump over to Great Wall of Russia at some point? Because I want to talk about that.
All right, I'm down for that. Send me the links. I'll pull it
up. Which map was the best for this? I sent you a picture the other day, didn't I, Alice? Can't remember. I've got so many maps at this point. Too many maps.
So many maps.
I've got to be up in 7 hours to a stream with Paul as well.
Yeah, and then I think we have one with the following day. I got to reconfirm that with Paul.
See, man, Paul's going off. He was on last night too.
I'm just going to be hugged.
And of course, maps backwards is spam.
You know, I'm blaming you, Bernie.
Remember when spam used to just be like...
Yeah.
Spam used to just be like spiced ham in a can. Now it's hate.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, you did send a link. Sorry, my bad. Let's open that baby up. Good old Discord links.
What's that mean?
Oh, this is the colored one you sent.
The FN.
We got the colored one.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm not a slave.
This is weird though. Hey, on this colored one, you only got one little temple. The past one before that we were showing, the black and white, there's like 30 temples on this island. They're hiding stuff.
Oh.
Back to Cambell taking over. Cambell, show us the Siberian wall.
Oh.
It's all on you, Cambell.
Oh my God, the pressure. The pressure. How do I get rid of that screen? Oh my God, the pressure. I don't know what to do. Oh, stop sharing. There
It better be what my background says, Cambell.
I can help you. I can help you find this one if you want to go to davidrumsey.com.
Oh, what are we looking at? I thought we were going on Google.
Yeah, we were. But, but I wanted to bring your attention to something.
You just want to make me look incompetent, don't you?
Yeah, that's. Just go to davidrumsey.com and look this up. You're on it. It's called A Map of Russia, John Speed. So if you put that in, you should find it.
How do
You use the old search function, Cambell.
I was just going to scroll through all the maps and take my life. What is it, John?
John Speed, A Map of Russia. So just John Speed Russia should come up.
Is that like SPEED?
Yeah, that's the one. You're a mogul.
All righty. I am doing a speedy search. Oh, okay. We have liftoff.
Is it a map of Russia there? Yeah.
There's maps. Russia.
Map
and
Russia.
Tartaria.
Yeah. That one there on the right with the smaller map in the top left. Yeah, that. So if we go to that.
Oh, it's a nighttime map.
There you go, and get yourself full screen if you can. Yeah, and zoom in to just near Crimea. See down below.
River.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. Yeah. See, just above it there, we've got a wall. See, just north of there, you've got a wall, and if you follow that wall. See how it goes all the way from the Dnipro River all the way to the Volga. That is the Great Wall of Russia.
Yeah, and we tracked it as well from the Dnieper.
Houses in it.
And are those houses the star forts that we found in our wall from the Dnieper to the Volga?
Yep. So that's your Great Wall.
Yeah, that is the region we were looking, isn't it?
That is from the Dnieper, 100%. That's the exact same wall.
Yeah, exactly. And then
we're gonna have to overlay this map.
Yeah, and it goes all the way to the Volga here, and then we found that it also continues from the Volga up northeast across all of Siberia too.
Oh my God, it's very different up here than it is today, though. Where's St. Petersburg here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's whether it was to keep the Muscovites out or the Tartarians out. So, good questions. Because, like you say, you see it on the other side. You know, the Great Wall
there, so we've got...
there was another one on the other side.
Yeah, exactly, right?
We've got Tartaria here and Muscovy here. Here's a big star city.
Yeah, that's Moscow there.
No,
that looks like...
Oh, yeah, Moscow. Muscua. Oh, there, Muscovia, Muscua. Or is that an F? But that's an S. Oh, God, I don't know.
Muscovia.
Muscovia. There we go.
Very fascinating stuff.
Double-headed eagle.
And how old
with
is
the crown
this
on
now?
top with the globus orbit. What is it called? The globus crucifix. This map is
1626.
How do I make it small? Oh, that's what she said.
It's 1626.
Oh my God. 1626. All right, good. I'm stuck on the map. I don't know how to drive this computer. A hothouse. A mill of Russia. And these were, so these are all made of wood.
So essentially, the last time this map or the wall was mapped was in 1600s, and then we don't really see it mentioned after that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. Lapland. I mean, this north. Oh, look at that New Zembla. What's going on? Yeah, there's something going on with that region up there, which, of course, Luke has pointed out as well. Oh, there we go. Now I'm back there. Nice. Great Wall of Tartaria. Tartaria for that.
And, of course, we have done a couple of videos on the Great Wall of Tartaria already that on Google Earth going in and showing the star forts in it.
Yes, lots of star forts. And then we we found half a star fort. And videos were made about us because we thought it was going up instead of down. Like, seriously, 2 videos were made about that little 2 videos section of one of our bloody lives.
Well, interesting.
And literally 3 days later,
go to Google Earth now.
Yeah, and then 3 days later, we had 13th monkey on, and he's like, "Nah, that's a drop off." And we're like, "Oh."
Go back to Google Earth, and I'll find you a thing. One sec. Go to get yourself on Google Earth, and I'll find you.
You are demanding. I can see why your last partner left you now. God.
Jeez, Luke.
All right, too far. Lukey boy.
That's too far, bro.
Too far.
It's all right. Can I? How do I make it up to you? Direct me. Direct me where to go.
Give him
put me in the right position.
Give me a sec. I'll find it. But it is.
This chat's getting very rainbow flag.
I've saved my images.
There's a rainbow wall.
So this is the canals, and this is part of that wall that we just saw on that map. Come on, Google. Thank you. And you can see that these stars are kind of just outside the wall. Is this a good one? We can kind of see the remains in the ground here of this star. You see the point there, but that's not the best.
I've just sent you in the private chat one of the names to look up.
Zashinoi.
There's a star.
Zashinoi. Oh yeah, there's one in the field with the wall.
There, and then where's the wall? I guess it's down where this green stuff is.
Where are we now?
Just to the east of the Dnieper. In Ukraine, east of the Dnieper River.
So here you see these big shapes in the ground. Look at that one.
The bastion sticking out.
And so
hey guys, you'll see that. Go to when you go to Zashinoi, we'll get onto a path that just doesn't stop for miles.
Okay, yeah. So Campbell in the private chat, Luke wrote Zashinoi. If you want to copy and paste it in to look for
Zashinoi. Man, I just want to say it so I sound Russian.
Echnoi.
Zashinoi.
The best part is there's no Z in the Russian alphabet.
Yeah, it's spelled with a 3 in Russian.
Is that it? Penza Oblast. It's next to Oblast. I mean,
right. So they're all oblasts.
Oblast because they are blasted.
Right.
Man.
Yeah. So zoom out quite a bit so you can see a bit more. And right, yeah, just a bit. Oh, not that far. Let's get back in a bit further, and just to the south of where the pin is, we'll start just south of this river. So you see this this big lake there. Just as see there. Oh, it was just on the map for a second. Keep going south slowly, and you'll see it in a second coming up. Keep going south to the west a bit. West. You need to go west. Keep going west. There. You're on it. See, your mouse just about on it. Yeah, no, you've gone past it. It must be.
No, but to the right.
From the back.
Yeah,
to my right.
To your right. If you zoom out a little bit, you'll see 3 lines going down. It'll be to your south now, I think.
This.
Yep, there you go. That continues for miles.
What the hell is that?
Really?
Yeah, that connects. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. That goes for miles and miles and miles and miles. It goes all the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me. Oh, it's not going to let me pin because I'm sharing. Oh, gosh. Okay, I remember where it is. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. This thing goes all the way. If you sometimes it gets erased for a little bit, but if you're diligent, you can find where it reconnects and it keeps going.
Oh, come on, satellite picture. Okay, so yeah, it runs in here. What's it ending at?
It doesn't end. That's the fun.
Man, just goes straight through the city. Yeah.
It really doesn't. It doesn't end. It keeps going. I've got multiple pictures of it being in different places, carries on, and then it stops for a bit, and you'll find it appearing again.
That is bizarre.
Yep, and it keeps going the whole way. So
what
Go on.
Yeah, what do you think it is?
I was going to say what they've most likely done is dredged canals.
Yeah.
To make.
Yeah, filled in a canal. It looks like.
Yeah. So they've most likely dredged canals all the way across the country and then built some kind of defensive structures, obviously on their side of the canals.
Oh, okay. So and then turn them into like trenches and stuff.
Yeah. Well, no. The trenches will be moats. They'll just be moats for people to cross.
No, that's
so many
of the brain.
But I'm not kidding.
It's plugged into the matrix too.
You'll think you lose it, and then you'll find it again if you keep going south or wherever it's going. You'll find it, and it keeps going like that.
There it is.
Yep, I'm not kidding. It just keeps going, and then eventually it makes it all the way across the Dnieper, and I'm pretty certain that this is the wall that's depicted in that image we just saw.
Okay. Because there is also the wall of star forts and bastions that we found.
I think possibly they might have been either what replaced it or it might have been before. I don't know, but this seems to have been. But I mean, even when you think like it's only dredging, but look how far it was. How many people did they have dredging non-stop? Like that, it has to be a unified effort. Like, guys, we really need to work together to keep the Tartars out. Let's all go dig a giant fucking canal across the entire continent.
Right? Like,
yeah, well, this is the thing, right?
You know what I mean? Because like a few hundred people.
How would you even plan it?
Yeah, exactly. And they've just continued.
Imagine the engineering.
Look at that. Look how the city's in the middle and it continues on the other side.
Yeah, I did that before, didn't I? Yeah. So
yeah. I'm not kidding. This thing is.
You can see it go through the city. Look at that.
I've actually given you my content here because this was one of my discoveries to unveil to the world. But
you're doing it live with Autodidactic and
by the way, guys,
Thank
tune
you.
in. Yeah, tune into Autodidactic Alchemist, where we'll be going over the Great Wall of Tartary.
discovered live on our channel.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I might just start doing review videos on your videos. What do you reckon?
Hey, I do proper research, Campbell. I'm not like you. I can't
doing.
just tune in and talk non-stop for an hour about nothing and have everyone just clap.
Dude, that hurt. That cut
I'm not saying
deep.
you talk about nothing. I'm just saying that you can talk about nothing.
Just for you, Luke, here we go. Please do go subscribe to Ancient Historia and give Luke all your love so he can afford himself a non-potato of a laptop.
Yeah.
Yes, he's not keen on using Joe Biden as a computer. It keeps forgetting things.
If this, if this was the end of the
this
world,
is it again down here. Yeah.
Lauding me for this laptop because it's the Frankenstein of laptops.
Welcome, Ben. Good to see you. The Archivist series. Archivist. Waking up with analog. Ben in
okay, so we've got the wall here. And then where does it go? Looks like they have mining here.
If you do lose it, I've got names that you can help find it.
I'm working on luring Olaf back to the.
Is this it, you reckon? That must be.
I will help you find it if you lose it. This. Wait, what place is that called?
Is this it, you reckon?
What's it called?
This looks skinnier. It's called Krasnogornat. Oh my God, Krasnogorniatsky.
Oh,
right, okay.
Krasnogoria, that's right where the war is right now. Russia just took that.
So, well, I was going to say, I've on one map, I lost it at a city called Koksovye. So Koksovye.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I know.
What was it called?
Koksovye.
Cocks of me.
Yeah, Koksovye.
Oh.
Right, I'm going to just send it you. So, Koksovye type.
This one, yeah, here it is.
You found it?
I lost it, yeah.
Okay. So, right, it picks up again. A place called. It picks up. I'll send you where it picks up again. Petrov Val.
The Petrov Val.
Right.
So
I've just sent you. Look there.
Which is a better city to live in, Koksovye or Bogyrev? Sounds like a bad dance party.
Right. Yeah. Look at the private chat. I've just sent you the where it picks up again.
Petrov Val, after disappearing into the Koksovye.
Gosh. Don't let those rainbow people know about Koksovye. They'll use it as evidence.
I agree, Corky Goss. War is stupid. We need to end the war and we need world peace. Stop killing each other, people. Come on.
So you see how
hang on, it just took me somewhere completely different.
Oh yeah, I know, but this is
war,
what I mean.
War, what is it good for? I think I went to the wrong spot.
Wait. Have you?
Oh, there. Here,
yeah, see? You've got more. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah, we got more.
And it continues.
Oh, Chuck Honestovka. That's where Russian Chuck Norris lives.
Look at this. It continues.
Yeah,
it's all over the place.
Look at that. Yeah, triple.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Look, it's got a disjoint here. See how it stops and then it it's like disconnected.
Very strange.
Oh well, sometimes you see that they've got double the amount, so they've got like 6.
Yeah, right. So Wow, it's got to be canals, right? You reckon?
Yeah. I think it is. It's a canal
Looks
system,
very
probably, most likely, which is probably why it's got trees growing in it now, because the area was really fertile or something. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
But at the same time, they've probably made a concerted effort to fill these things with trees, because look at how neat it is, and it goes for so long.
Okay, so here it's like 3 wide.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So sometimes they're more, and it makes you wonder how many there were before. Maybe they were loads.
Yeah. And
okay, yeah. Here, so there's 3 here, and then 3. So this would have. Maybe it did connect into that. Maybe that's. I don't know. But anyway, along here.
And now, of course, it's getting bombed to all crap.
Well, I mean, it's, war's a good cover-up, right? And there's a lot of questions about all this nuclear testing that went on in deserts, right? What was that all about? Oh, nowhere, Kazakhstan. Maybe this is the start.
This is the one we got roasted on, Campbell.
You don't want to go down that.
We got roasted.
Roasted.
Oh, look, my elevation's working now. So look at that one.
Go. Elevation. It's eroded away. And now that you have this back up, I just want to refute that stupid quote-unquote roasting of that it doesn't degrade our point whatsoever that this star fort is degraded and eroded away as opposed to being covered up like we originally thought, because you see most of the star forts are actually on the ocean, and that they survive the waves and survive the erosion of the water, yet for some reason this one didn't, and it's in a dry spot. What the heck happened? It even makes it more intriguing that it's been eroded away by this ocean or sea that no longer is there.
Yeah. I would say the biggest thing to take away from that, clearly the water level was up to there.
Yeah, and then why did it get eroded away? So that's huge erosion. Yet you see all the star forts that are on the ocean that survive the tsunamis and the waves and the beating.
Usually those things anyway, they wouldn't do if it were for what they were saying. They wouldn't put it. They wouldn't put it like that because of the water being against it. You wouldn't need to construct the rest because you've got the water there. So if the water's gone, then you've lost that kind of point. Do you know what I mean? And if it was a cliff face like that, if it was just a cliff face, they'd still have walls. They wouldn't just have an open cliff.
Exactly, right? We wouldn't just have 2/3 of the star built into an eroded cliff.
Yeah, no, that's most likely the water, so they can sail their boats right up to the fort.
Exactly.
So you see that is probably.
And look what's in the cliff down here.
How it's lower there on the right. That is probably where the boats came in. Where it's whiter is probably where the boats came in, because you can see it's got like an area that's kind of dredged out a bit where the boats would have been able to harbour.
Yeah. In there,
so that's clearly a harbour.
And how ancient,
which means where are we? So the water would have been. Oh, is that water there? So the water is here now.
That's eroded. That's dry.
Is that
now.
water?
No, it's dry bed. That's That's from the Caspian Sea. It all dried up.
Okay. Here's the sea here. Okay.
Yeah,
so this used to be a delta, and it would have fed this in, and it would have been a big waterway.
Yeah, older maps show the Caspian Sea as running more east to west, and it makes so much more sense if the water was higher there and it was flowing more east to west. Because if you go back to certain maps, probably before the 1700s, maybe later, you'll notice that instead of running north to south or south to north, it runs east to west.
We appreciate
it. Yeah, I have noticed that. I have.
I mean, we've been talking a lot recently.
There we go. Stop making videos about us. No, you can keep making videos. Just leave my links in them, please.
They do these dams, so they've probably done the same thing with the Caspian. They've probably built a dam somewhere that's drained it and change the land.
Yeah, I think you're actually right that they did build a dam in the tributaries to it that has depleted it. And yeah, it's exactly it. They're either covering them up or wanting us to, or drying them out, either or, making them inaccessible and covered by either water or sand and unable to be visited and studied. That's for sure.
Indeed. All right, geez, we've almost done 2 hours, man. I've been live for like bloody 4. Oh, thank you very much.
You for supporting the cause.
Jashan,
$20.
How do we say
can
that?
spend me out of that.
Oh, to me, thank you very much. Oh, isn't that nice? Appreciate it. And we, of course, appreciate you all. And we appreciate you even more when you go and subscribe to all of our channels. No, we don't. We love you anyway. But please do share this around. Give us a like. Leave us a comment. Help us try and sidestep the YouTube algorithm. But of course, we have a new CEO at YouTube. Mrs. Wajiki jumped ship. Interesting times. Just after Twitter sort of got ripped apart and YouTube seemed to be having money issues. Not that they're telling anyone, but I think they are. And so she jumped out, and now we have some other guy in there. So see what happens, eh?
It's right when I made my channel. That's when YouTube started going down.
Oh, it's been going down for a while.
But quality, the content quality went way down when you started uploading. Jeez, turned into a hovel, I tell you. I had to upload twice as much just to try and equalize everything.
You go over to subscribe to Luke, Ancient Historian, as well as Burn Eye, Mind's Third Eye, Science Guy, Crypto Alchemist, and of course the amazing Autodidactic 1, 2, and Spiral Up.
Indeed. There you go. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click that off. Thank you. You click it.
CX Spread, thank you so much for the support.
I've done it. Don't click it.
We're getting all the love.
That's right, double clicking everything. Oh, is that me as well? Oh, thank you very much. I love you all. So there we go. I think we might have to let Luke go to sleep, or we might have him looking like this in 6 hours when he's got another live stream. Better let him get a few hours.
I'm going to have this. I'm going to have this smoke.
Yes, everyone...
bed, I think.
All right.
That's
you could do like they did. What was the blonde chick from Absolutely Fabulous? What was her name? She used to go to sleep with a cigarette in her mouth. Remember that? She'd lie down in bed and put a cigarette in her mouth, and then, like, when she woke up in the morning, before she opened her eyes, you just see this lighter.
I'm pretty certain that is like a fireman's advert against not smoking in bed.
Yes, yes. And how you can stay and wake up with a cigarette still in your mouth, I don't know. I'd wake up and I'd have half up my nose and the other half probably eaten. But there we go. That's probably too much information.
Can there ever be too much information?
As this stream degrades,
yes, there can
just
be.
Nonsensical musings, I think we should say goodbye while we still have our credibility intact. Well,
fair.
Right. Well,
we may not have that, but we've got something.
It's a wonderful stream. I enjoyed myself very much.
A lot of good info.
Thank you. We enjoyed it too. And just remember,
nobody wins unless everybody wins.
That's right. Nobody wins unless everybody wins. Come on. All righty. Let's do it. I'm looking for the ending video.
Outro.
I don't know what it is, so I'm going to let you play it.
Love you all.
Outro.
We'll catch you on the next one. Make sure to subscribe to Luke, Campbell, myself, and watch Luke and Paul cook live in 5.5 hours if Luke wakes up. Much love.
Stay awesome.